Welcome to another TAM Studios presentation. My name is Becky, and with me I have my colleague Christopher. We're both technical account managers based out of Australia. Today we want to talk about items to check before and after enabling the AI Experience Tokens. So, if this is for you, follow along. Genesis Cloud AI is a collection of products that brings together multiple artificial intelligence disciplines in the one platform to personalize, refine, and establish advanced customer and employee experiences. The AI Experience Tokens allows you to use Genesis Cloud AI functionality, as the tokens are designed to be used flexibly across the different functionality to accommodate your changing business needs. This is the list of functionality covered by the token system at the time of recording. However, it is likely to evolve over time. New customers have access to the Genesis Cloud AI Experience Tokens by default. But for existing customers, you can enable AI Experience Tokens either via the App Foundry or via speaking to your Genesis representative to have them added to your subscription. Now, we will cover some things to consider prior to the enablement of AI Experience Tokens, and then how to perform a post-enablement check to verify it is configured to your needs. I'm going to pass you on to my colleague Chris now, who will take over from here.
Thanks, Becky. Customers and partners, due to ease of administration, may have assigned particular roles with the All Permissions grouping that grants all and future permissions to a given role. These roles affected could be assigned to such users as administrators, team leaders, and/or supervisors, for example. What we request is that prior to the enablement of tokens, we recommend that customers and partners complete a sanity check on these roles and permissions that have been granted in the past, and recommend that customers revisit these roles and create separate roles for each of the token-based functions, so you're able to search and track functionality that may be built. When tokens have been enabled on a given customer org, new permissions for token features are pushed into a customer org. If roles have the all and future permissions granted, these new permissions will be granted to that role automatically. The reasoning behind this is with tokens, some of these new permissions are classed as billable to the customer. Thus, a customer could be charged for that feature automatically, even though they are not wanting to use it at that time. Functionality that is classed as billable via tokens and permissions at the time of recording are Agent Assist, Agent Copilot, and Predictive Engagement. As you can see, we have a role here that has the all permissions assigned to the conversation permissions grouping. This means that any new permission that comes into Genesis Cloud under the conversation banner will be added automatically. In this second capture, we demonstrate the new permissions for Agent Assist that will be added automatically if you have the all permissions assigned to a given role under the conversation grouping. These new permissions are ones that are deemed billable to any customer if assigned either automatically or manually at the time of enabling AI tokens. Alternatively, if you are a customer or partner that has previously or currently using Agent Assist and you have granted all permissions to the permissions group called Assistants, then you are likely to consume a Copilot license, as a new permission will be added automatically as the one highlighted and is also classed as billable. So, on both occasions, it is recommended that customers and partners create separate roles specifically for token-based functionality that selects the specific permissions required. Like seen in the resource article shown, to simplify controls over licensing allocation. Also remembering to remove any all permissions from other roles that may add these permissions. So back to you, Becky, to go over the post-enablement checks.
Thanks, Chris. So now I'll go over some activities that you should consider after the enablement of the AI Experience Tokens. Once the AI Experience Tokens are enabled on your org, we'd highly recommend a quick check of all your roles and their license level consumption. If you load your roles and permissions view in the admin portal, you can quickly cross-reference, at a glance, which licenses are consumed for each role. If you spot any roles that have a license listed above what you are expecting, you can then dive into the assigned permissions for that role to locate which permission is consuming the higher license set and remove it. Now, this check isn't just for Agent Assist and Copilot licenses, but for the other AI functionalities like predictive engagement. Another thing to note is that there are two ways to be charged for Copilot license consumption. One, which we've already talked about, is via the roles and permission assignment. The second, however, is via the queue assignment in the Agent Copilot. You will see warning in the GUI, but we thought it worth noting that even if the agents don't have the role, if they are part of any queue with Copilot enabled, they will consume a license. And finally, we'll wrap up with a couple of different ways you can track your AI Experience token consumption. Once it is enabled, you will have an additional section in your billing summary in the subscription portion of the admin portal. Here you can track the use per billing cycle for the different AI functionalities. Lastly, you can export both your billing and resource usage reports to get further breakdown of where your tokens are being consumed. For example, which users are consuming Copilot and or Agent Assist, and then service consumption of tokens like predictive engagement and predictive routing and voice and digital bot flows. So now you should have a good idea on ways to prepare for AI token enablement and how to perform post-enablement checks. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns around the topic presented on this recording, please reach out to your partner or your Genesis representative.